The traders say government must provide clarity on the project, warning that the redevelopment could lead to the displacement of their properties and the loss of their livelihoods. They insist that what they need at the moment is the renovation of the existing market and the provision of basic utility services.
We have nowhere, so we are only pleading with them. We are pleading with them. We need renovation, utilities in the market. Please. Mandela Market. They have built a lot of stores that are there. Nobody is there selling. We don't have money to purchase stores. And when you go to old before station, a lot of stores are there. They sack them and they build stores. And now the stores are there. People are not able to buy the store, to rent it. So,
President, we beg you. We take God beg you. We beg you. Because if you do this, we don't know what to do. So we are begging you in the name of God. We just need renovation. We need renovation, nothing else.
The Queen Mother of the Ashaiman market, Letitia Ayaba, also spoke to the media.
Joanna, yes, I bet you are my own. This is one young any Johnny in transit. Now I try the mobile yet, now I see I try the because I have a schedule. Inti ewa na adi na atena ni wo market no onu akasa de wo ma adwa na obebubu no shares e wo mi 1720 ena 750 1750 ena stores no oso obeye no oso obeye stores 90 na wa maye shares no 320 inti uhwe se niama we stores ni shares no Kaboma 460 ana for ahim iti 440 nu say nipa ahin na benya na nipa ahin na bekofie.
Let's come back into the studio and speak to the Municipal Chief Executive Officer of Ashaiman, Freeman Chekpo. Thank you very much for joining us in the studio, Mr. Chekpo. Tell us briefly about this project and who are going to be affected by this redevelopment plan in the Ashaiman market.
Good afternoon to your viewers. Indeed, the project is a government project. The government of His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama promised the people of Ashaiman a modern market, and to the general Ghanaians a modern market in all the 261 municipal district assemblies. So when we talk about the 24-hour economy market that my market women are talking about, it is a 24-hour economy market that they are referring to. What it is that we are supposed as a municipality to decide on the location, and we are supposed to show evidence of ownership of the land. Currently, we have 3 markets. We have the Ni Anan Ajo market, we have the Na Amui market, and then we have the main market. The main market is what is within the very central business districts. And there have been shares that we started building it in seasons from 1992. And when it rains, the place is bad. They don't have place of convenience. They have challenges. So in the wisdom of the assembly, we want to redevelop this market so that it will be our 24-hour economy market that the government wants to give us. The source of funding for this project is by the central government. And we already have a percentage of the amount through the District Assembly Common Fund within our municipality as we speak. The government is going through the process of selecting a contractor. Already we have a consultant that has been assigned to the municipality. We have 4 models that the government had approved. One model is for metropolitan assemblies. Another model is for the district, the municipal assemblies, a district assembly, and there is one model that is the 4th model, which is a one, if you don't have a land and your land is about 1 acre, a market that can go within a 1 acre plot. So basically, it is the share of the development that His Excellency has promised the people of Ashaiman that we want to site at this market that our market women are talking about.
And who are going to be affected?
Well, who will benefit from the facility?
Well, I'm asking that because the women have raised concerns that their stores are likely to be affected, and also that's their only source of livelihood. So they're in fear that if this development takes place, they might be affected. That's why I'm asking you who are going to be affected. In
answering who will be affected, I want to redirect it. Who will benefit from the infrastructure to be constructed is the market women.
Okay.
However, because we are siting it within a current existing market center, the market women will have to be relocated before the construction can take place. Now, we've had several meetings with the women. Myself as MC and the team at the assembly have met the women with the traditional council. The MP has met the women in the market over the conversation of this 24-hour economy market. And the conversation is how we will do it so that, one, the effects of construction will not affect many of them at the same time. So there are two proposals. One, either we divide the same market into zones so that the construction can be done within the zones. So you don't sack all of them at once, but it affects a certain zone. The other proposal is for us to get a temporal space and then where marketing will continue, because within the period of the construction, we will still eat, we will still buy and sell. So definitely the market must still be in operation while we do the construction.
Okay.
So this is where the conversation is. Just as I said, we as an assembly, 3 weeks ago, we had leadership of the market women coming to the assembly in our assembly hall with traditional leaders, with assembly staff, with a consultant taking us through the drawing of the market. The MP has gone to the market to have meeting with a cross-section of the market women to get their buy-in into the development. So there are engagement going on to ensure that, one, the impact of affecting the business will be reduced, and two, the likelihood that we know the real people who are in the market, so that after the construction, the real people will still be back to the market.
Right.
That is what we are doing. That's the process.
There's been accusations from the market women, at least you saw in the video. They say that the engagements have been largely inadequate. How extensive has this engagement been? And you can engage me and I'll disagree with you. You go out and do what you want. It doesn't mean that I've agreed with you. You can go and say that you engaged me. But is the engagement mutual? The conversations in those engagements, are they mutual? And how extensive is it? Because they say it's not adequate.
Okay, so the very first pronunciation of the 24-hour economy market by the Ashaiman Municipal Assembly happened at the town hall meeting we had in November 2025. But even before the 2025 town hall meeting, I personally spoke to the leadership of the market that the government is about rolling out the 24-hour economy market, and we're going to site it in the main market. So just exercise patience. While we get more information, there will be more engagement. Then in December, they said they were not getting information. So in January, we invited them to our office. And it was in this meeting that we brought the consultant to display or to show them what the details of the drawing or the details of the facilities that will be within the new market.
Right.
When that was done, the market women indicated in that engagement that Okay, so before I give you that, what we are having, when the market is finished, we have empty space, an open space. Within the market, we will still have stores or sheds, and then we will have shops. So, and then we'll have clinic, school. That's the model that has been approved by central government. When this presentation was done, the market women indicated that the number of them that are in the market and that are having sheds, they number around 1,000. And in the drawing, the proposed number of stores, sheds in the drawing was 394. So they said it is too small. Then the consultant indicated that it is expandable because where the empty spaces are, you can equally put stores there or shares there. And then he equally said that the pavements are open places for people to do the tabletop selling or even the floor selling. So it is enough to contain everybody. However, I indicated that because this is a drawing or this is a government-accepted design for a municipality, when we want to do changes, we need to do also consultation with our leadership, like the regional minister, the local government minister, in order to get approval before we can do alterations to what the consultant presented. So these are processes that we are currently going through. I think that my market women, they want to be hearing something on daily basis, which is not possible because until you have approval or you go through the processes and you have information, you can't share. So I will want to appeal to them that they have a leadership that is engaging. If I tell you that they've gone to see the chief of the town, and the chief has formed an 11-member committee, 5 members from the market leadership, 6 people from the traditional council. And we had scheduled to meet tomorrow Wednesday, to have further conversation about how we can, as people of Ashaiman, realize the 24-hour economy market that the government is promising to us. So the issues that they are talking about in a demonstration, I think that we are discussing them already on the table.
Right. You also talked about the fact that you are considering options. One of those options is that you're going to move them elsewhere to a different area.
Yes.
How far away is that area from the market? And how big is that land that you say that you're going to move them to?
So at the assembly level, we are looking at the various places that we can. And these are the factors we are using to consider that relocation.
So that means they're going to be scattered?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying that as an assembly, we are looking at options. One of the options is to get a big place and put all of them there while the construction is ongoing. But you see, they are stakeholders, and they must be the first people to hear whatever decision the assembly takes, not any other person. So as I sit here today, we are still looking at those options. And the contractor has not even been appointed for the district yet. So it means that we have time as stakeholders within Ashaiman to look at to cross all the T's and dot the I's.
And don't you think that is why they are being skeptical? Because as we speak right now, you don't even have a place that you're going to relocate them to. This plan has also been in place since last year. You mentioned that to me. And you have no permanent place that you intend to relocate these people to. Is it not some of these reasons that is raising skepticism among the market women and men?
I think that is not what they are talking about. What they are talking about has not to do with where we will take them to. They said that 2 things. They want us to maintain them in the market and then face the development so that we will not move them out of the market, and the time they are coming back, the market has died off. That is one issue they have brought up. The second issue they have brought up is that during COVID, we spread them across the municipality, because under COVID, there was not supposed to be movement all across within the district. It was a restricted movement. The scenario of COVID does not exist now. And I can say that the Assembly has done some engagement with private owners of certain spaces that we want to even rent that will contain all our market women. But just as I'm saying, we will want to have this delivered to the market women, not on media platform. And therefore, I am telling them that we are working.
Right.
We are working in their interest. And we are also engaging them to ensure that we arrive at a good point of this development that is coming to Ashaiman.
You've been in office about a year or less. Let's put it approximately a year. You've mentioned private developers who you are bringing in as stakeholders. Beyond that, what is the Assembly itself doing to ensure that this is done and is done smoothly?
No, what I'm saying is that the Assembly doesn't have a land as an alternative place to host them. But there are certain individuals who have land space that we can rent and put them there while the construction goes on. So the private developer I'm talking about has not to do with the construction.
Okay.
It has to do with an open space
to
temporarily host them.
Okay.
Okay, that's where I talk about. But what I said is that this project is complete government project, and it's the Assembly that is leading it.
One of the fears, we'll be wrapping up shortly, one of the fears of the market women is that if this market is eventually redeveloped, it is going to be sold to the highest bidder. They are likely to lose the stalls that they previously occupied. Can you give them any assurance that if this redevelopment plan eventually goes through, it is going to be given back to them, the spaces that they occupied previously? Is there any assurance?
Yes, I have given them assurance. Okay. And I'm sitting on a national television today, and I still want to give them the assurance that, one, the market we are building is an existing market with people in it, with leadership. This journey is a journey with the leadership. The leadership of the market will take the data of all the women in the market. When we are constructing, site inspection, progress of work, we will do it with the market women.
Okay.
When we are done, bringing them back into the market, the leadership of the market will be in charge.
Okay.
What I am telling them is they have experienced bad time, which they think that is the same thing, but the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, as they are seeing now, it's not a leadership that is giving false hope. And therefore, I am telling them that they that are in the market, when we finish the construction, they will be the same people that will be put back into the market. And the market leadership, they should be ready. They will take data of everybody in the market. The Assembly will take data of everybody in the market. The consultant will take data of everybody in the market. Any NGO, even any news media house that is ready can also come and take data of people in the market.
Right.
All to ensure that when we are done, we will still bring the same people back to the market.
Freeman, there's also been an accusation by the market women that there's a school in Ashaiman, a government school, that is being sold to a private developer to turn it into a mall. Is there any truth in that?
It's not true. Absolutely no truth in it.
And final one, how different is the planned 24-hour market going to be from the existing one?
The 24-hour economy market, just as I said, is a plan to be well built, concrete, okay, with a roof on the whole market, where there will be a place within the market for offloading goods. There will be place within the market for selling tabletop, undershed, stores, and even there is crèche, there is pharmacy, there is first aid, all within the model that the government has approved.
Okay.
And just as you have the e-blocks, same way we have this 24-hour market as a model that will be placed at all the districts.
Right. Freeman Chekpo, thank you very much for your time this afternoon. He's the MC for the Ashaiman municipality. In other stories this afternoon, landlords, specifically Tindambas from the 4 recognized states of the Sokbayiri clan, are strongly opposing plans to demolish the Tindamba primary school to pave the way for a proposed 24-hour economy market. They say while they fully support the government's 24-hour economy policy, they have serious concerns about its implementation. The objection, they insist, is to the planned demolition of the school and the relocation of pupils to 2 or 3 different schools. Upper West Regional Correspondent Rafiq Salam has more.
The landowners of the said schools are not opposed to any government policy aimed at increasing the market structures and economic activities, and for that matter, the economic development of the town. Rather, our concern has to do with the choice of location, especially when a school established before Ghana's independence, named after the landowners, is demolished to make way for a market when there exists alternative sites. Members of the Inky fraternity, we, the landlords and other important stakeholders of the school, are of the strongest belief that the said Tindamba is more suitable for educational purpose other than a market. This is based on the fact that the said land, which was acquired by the colonial government and later vested in the Ghana's government, was for educational purpose. As far as the records and we are concerned, the said land purpose has not changed, and this was confirmed in a letter dated 5th April 2024 from the overlord of the Wala Traditional Council to the Upper West Regional Director of Lands Commission and copied to media houses in the region.
Let's come back to the Greater Accra region, because the president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Clement Boatin, is accusing some traders of deliberately refusing to reduce their prices despite a drop in input costs and the recent appreciation of the cedi, a situation he describes as unfortunate. Speaking on PM Express on Monday, Mr. Boatin said the strengthening of the cedi has brought some relief to the business community and insists it is only fair that consumers also benefit.
That's an attitude of some of we Ghanaians that irrespective of whatever situation that we find ourselves, we will not let our compatriots also enjoy, the gains that we have made. It is undeniable fact that the cedi, has appreciated for quite, some time, and the business community, has made some gains. So definitely the gains that we have made, we supposed to, also pass it on to the consumer, for the consumer to also have a bit of.
Has that happened in the marketplace?
It has happened. It has happened
across board.
Yes, across board. But you see, in our local parlance, we have something which says, not to use your name, but they say Ephibia
Mensah.
Yes. Mensah. Irrespective of whatever happened.
Guilty as charged.
People have made up their mind that they will not reduce their prices. But I pity for those people, because the market that we are in is a very, very competitive market. And the business that we do, we use facilities in doing the business, and business thrives on turnover. So if you sit behind your goods and you say you will not, reduce it for the consumer to also, enjoy some benefit, you do so at your own expense.
However, the ranking member on Parliament's Economy and Development Committee, Kojo Ponkroma, has pushed back against claims that prices are falling. He argues that it is inaccurate to suggest a general reduction in prices, noting that concerns from consumers persist, even as the Ghana Statistical Service reports a decline in inflation to 3.8%.
Starting off, we should correct some facts. I don't think it's correct to say that price levels have generally gone down. That's not what the Ghana Statistical Service is saying. The Ghana Statistical Service is reporting that the rate at which prices are increasing last year as compared to this year is just a 3.8% jump. So year-on-year inflation is 3.8%. That is not the same as prices have gone down. And I think if you watch the videos that you played, you have people telling you that while some of their inputs have gone down, others have gone up. And so the net effect that for some of them, they are keeping their prices constant. For some of them, because they are of the view that the net effect is even higher, they have increased by, I think, about one cedi or so. Yeah. So I think let's start off by being clear on the facts, because sometimes the narratives can be deceptive. That prices have gone up year on year by about 3.8%. Now, the comment I made on the very afternoon when the Statistical Service announced that, and even the videos I watch and listen, I think are on all fours, where consumers in particular are saying that we hear you, but what we're experiencing appears to be higher than the 3.8. And there are a number of, reasons that you can delve into for that. Inflation, first of all, is a measure of a particular basket of goods based on the last time the Ghana Living Standard Survey was conducted.
We've also been hearing from a member of Parliament's Finance Committee, Ataisa, who sought to clarify the debate, explaining that a decline in inflation does not automatically lead to lower prices of goods.
It's important for us to acknowledge that absolute pricing and relative pricing is very important to know. You can have a decline in inflation. It does not necessarily mean absolute price of goods and services will reduce. And this is particularly important for us to know. First of all, from 2022 to 2024, you realize that there was so sharp increases in prices. In fact, at a point, inflation even peaked at 54%, which increased base of every product. So the current disinflation that we are seeing are all calculated on those higher bases. So a mere stability we are experiencing now cannot easily erode or erase all the earlier increases that we saw between 2022 to 2024.
And there's an argument that that's why the businesses are also not, some of them not reflecting. So because it's a cumulative thing.
It's a cumulative thing, which is very important. Number three is also that, like in our informal discussion, I was telling you that businesses still have inventory that they bought at higher cost. She just admitted that she still have 2-year-old stock.
The pause returns shortly after this break. Don't go anywhere.